A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First play, here's Cousins. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
The Vikings are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now Cousins.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You look at this Packers defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action now. Cousins out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They go play action. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. A gain of 22.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
This O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown, Vikings. Najee Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here's Prescott. Short throw. He's got Kraft. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Third down, it's Prescott. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. Maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Fielded at the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Johnson, the man in motion right. Second down, Cousins. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
7-7, our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. It's brought in by Harris. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Marr on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Dillon on the inside give. And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
They'll send Watson in motion right.
Prescott from the gun.
That is caught. He's into space past the 25.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
61 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Cousins on first down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down. Here's Cousins. He gets it complete to Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. To throw, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it will come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cousins to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Blunt. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Prescott to throw it.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down and 6.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football. Will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat. Turns it up there. It pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. All game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
Harris starts the drive on the ground and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They hand this off to Harris. He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go.
And it's a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third and 8. Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Prescott now from the 50. A short throw to Musgrave. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So here now is Anders Carlson in a really big spot. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Cousins now. Pass complete to Addison. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The kick by Marr is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Quickly out wide, this is Watson.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd down.
Here's Prescott.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
An injury stoppage here, and oh, you hope this is nothing serious. That's Dak Prescott, who is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Watson making the catch.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott.
They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of him.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Dak. Musgrave's got it outright.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now Prescott.
Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. To throw, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's look along with the offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Dak. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now Prescott. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, these corners, I'll tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Here's Prescott. He's brought down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that could be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.